Hi everyone, my name is Anthony, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I was able to make 20 times my initial investment by shorting the market in one of the worst weeks for a while. So as we can see on the SPY, which trades for the S&P 500, we can see that this week has been a really bad week, a pretty red week. And I know a lot of traders have been losing quite a lot of money because pretty much every stock has dipped massively over the past few days. But I want to try to show you how and why I was able to come out profitable and extremely profitable at this time of the market, and how you can possibly do the same thing. So on the weekly chart, we can see we've been on a bull run since the COVID pandemic drop, and we can start to see the sign of weakness right here in the market. And if we zoom into the 1 day, the daily time frame, we can see even more the sign of weakness over here. And um, for my past video, I made it extremely clear why I thought the market was going to fall right at this level. So in the past video, I actually called the top pretty much perfectly. I was off by about a couple of points, but overall the time that I called it and the levels at which I called it were exactly right. So I was able to enter options contracts that were perfectly timed. That's why I was able to make such a huge gain on my account. And I will show a clip of the video in the top right corner so you can get some kind of sense of what I was showing. And if you want to see what I was predicting about a week or so ago, please check out the video right before this, and it will explain some of my logic for how I entered some put contracts. So to start off, I'll go over to this chart and I'll explain. There's a lot of detail in here with regards to wave theory and support and resistance and Fibonacci retracements, and I'll try to make it as clear as I can about what my logic was and how I ended up executing the trade. So if we zoom in, or if we look at my general wave count over here, we have a 1, 2 coming up, a 3, 4, and then a possible 5 later in the future. But right now we are in that fourth wave. And if I remove all the drawings, I can try to explain some of the wave counts. So what I see here, as I referenced in my past video, was an expanded flat correction. And in an expanded flat correction, typically it moves in waves of 3, 3, and 5, which you can see here we moved down, up, down, which is a 3-wave move, and then a 3-wave move to the upside, and then now we're entering that 5-wave move to the downside, which is what I was predicting in my past video. So overall, we were able to get in. If I go to the hourly chart, I did enter a position right around these levels, and when it came up to this level, I doubled down on my position and I added a bunch more contracts, and I continued to add more and more contracts as we peaked up here and here. So overall, I was invested in about 30 to 40 contracts at once, only in SPY. And I know it's not a wise idea to throw all your money into one stock, but because I was so convicted to my trade and my predictions, I doubled down on every single increase, and it paid off massively because of this huge down run that we were predicting previously. And so if I take off these drawings and we zoom into this downwards move, we do see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move, and we are currently in the middle of that third wave, which is supposed to be a very strong wave. And if you're not familiar with wave theory, what I'm just trying to say is that stock price moves in an impulsive manner if it's going in a certain direction. And in this case, since the stock, the SPY, the market in general, wants to move downwards, we're going to see a 5-wave move as part of this correction. And I'm trying to trade with the 5-wave move structure and the correction. So with wave theory also comes Fibonacci retracement levels, and this is the way I use to predict the top of the B wave, and as well I'm trying to predict the bottom of the C wave and kind of price targets where I take profit. And so right now I kind of drew out some support and resistance lines over here, And these are some of the targets that I have. These are just based off purely mathematical ratios. And we already achieved the easy target, which I pointed out a while ago. And we actually, if you look at the daily chart, we did close exactly at my target, like perfectly on it. So right now, today is about Thursday, and tomorrow, Friday, the market will open for the last day of the week. And I'm still in half of my positions. I did take profit yesterday in about half of my contracts because I did reach my easy target. But I do see more downside for this third wave, and then a slight pullback to the upside, and then a final push downwards for our flat correction. So if you want to follow my journey throughout this correction and my plays, I'll be keeping updated with videos and possible entry points to take advantage of the market downside. I know a lot of people that are invested in the market are trying to do dip buys in stocks, and for me personally, I do not think this is a good idea at this point because we still have a large chunk or a decent chunk of downside left to go as part of the correction. So for me, I will be continuing to invest in put options and trading this correction. And yeah, if you wanna follow that and kind of get some idea of what I'm going through and how I was able to make so much money over the past couple of days in the market's worst time for a while, feel free to subscribe and throw a like at the video. And so with that, I will kind of point out to what I think will happen in the future. And after that, I'll show you some of my Robinhood accounts. So I have some clips of my Robinhood account breaking the 20,000 level. And I have to say, at one point, my Robinhood was at around $1,000. So with all the market downside, my account was actually able to multiply itself many times and make me some good money. So with the 5-wave move structure, we can draw basically some fib retracements on the levels. So if we take the top of one, or sorry, the bottom of one, and we bring it up to the second wave, we see some basic levels over here. And basically, I've already mapped out the levels, the fib retracement levels with these targets. So after we hit the easy target, I do see some a very high probability chance of going towards these levels as well. And once we do get around these levels, so I will mark this area. So once we do get around these levels, I do expect a bounce. But that shouldn't be for a while. And when I say a while, I mean a week to a couple of weeks, because I'm trading for the short term. I'm not entering puts on the market. And if you're not familiar with what put is, it just basically means you are going against the market. The more the market goes down, the more money you make. And that's what a put contract is. And it's very leveraged, so you can make a lot of money with this strategy. And so yeah, when the market goes down to the third wave, it should pop around these targets somewhere around here, and then it will come up for a fourth wave, and then it will come finally down for a fifth wave. So if you're not invested in puts right now, you could possibly wait for the bounce of the fourth wave and then get in there and ride the wave down, and then get out of your contract very quickly. And over the next days or a week, I will continue to post videos and show you possible entry points and follow the market as it moves along. So yeah, now I will transition over to some Robinhood clips and just kind of showcasing my account over. hope those clips gave a little bit more insight as to the plays that I took to make such a huge profit, and exactly how my portfolio reacted to those plays. So in those clips, I included every single play that I made and every options contract that I had, and exactly how my portfolio did follow up and massively increase because of those. So actually, at one point, my portfolio was valued at around $1,000. So my portfolio did end up making the journey from 1,000 to 20,000 in a matter of a couple of days because of this huge downward move in the market. And uh, if you wanted to see, like I said in the previous video that I made, how I was able to call the top essentially at this area, and it was very time-wise, it was very accurate, and especially at the level that I predicted, it was also accurate, and that's why I was able to make so much money, because the timing and the level at which I predicted it was right. And so at least in the future now, it's not too late to get in on this downside. There's still a lot more downside to go, and I drew some kind of levels out right here. So I do see the downside continuing until these levels, and then coming up for a quick bounce to the upside, and then finally for a push to the downside. And these are rough targets that I have based on mathematical Fibonacci levels. And those are what I use also to identify the top over here. And over the course of the next couple of days, and next week, in the very short-term future, I will keep you guys updated with how I'm entering new contracts and how I'm trading the market. And I'll be sure to post videos when I do find something new, and I'll keep updating you guys with everything. So if you want to stay up to date with what I post, be sure to subscribe. And for those of you who are not too familiar with options contracts and what a put is, I just wanted to say that options are risky, but they do provide a lot of possibility for gain and a lot of leverage, which means you can make a 2% drop in the market, such as this. A 2% drop will give you a lot of money if you enter in options. And just to be clear, the market doesn't tend to move as much as individual stocks. So a 2 to 3% loss in the market could be translated into a 10 to 20% loss in individual stocks. So I do see still more downside in the market and in individual stocks. And yeah, so that is based off wave theory and Fibonacci levels. So if you wanted me to, if you're not too familiar with wave theory, and you wanted me to do some kind of video on that to try to explain the concept, I can definitely do that. Just be sure to leave a like on the video and let me know in the comments down below what you would like me to make a video on, and I'll be sure to do that. Also, I can do a video on option contracts in general and put contracts to give you an idea for how you can take advantage of this downside. So be sure, once again, to let me know in the comments down below if you would like me to do that, and I'll be happy to do that. So for now, yeah, so expect more downside to be coming, and there's still the opportunity to take advantage of that. And I will keep you guys updated with any new entries or just how the market is moving over the next couple of days and the next week. So for that, I'll sign off for now, and I'll see you guys in the next video.